with your own money. We're going to bankrupt you, Tom. You understand, Tom? You got a nice house. You got a nice car. That's one step away from you. You got nice kids. Hope nothing happens to them, Tom. That's the intimidation. That's the type of mind control and bullying we have. And the sky's the limit. Have you seen the armed camp the government's become? They run Fox News pieces now admitting our government's growing the opium in Afghanistan, but they're going to arrest you if you get caught with it. Of course, they got to keep it illegal to keep the price up. They're drug dealers. How many drug dealers did we interview for Kevin Booth's new film, Part 2 of American Drug War? We'd won the West. The drug dealers, both government and local, don't want drugs decriminalized because they're drug dealers, Tom. Tom is the new Winston Smith in this Orwellian system, and that's the government's mentality. Intimidate them, drive them into submission. I don't know how many people I know that have degrees who lost their job at a nice company and now bag groceries and even pick up another job and have moved into a smaller house and can't pay for anything, and they can't pay. I mean, a small house in Austin has like a $5,000 a year property tax. And I heard him announce last week where I live. Well, it doesn't matter if property tax receipts are down because home values are down. We're just going to raise them. And we don't care if we're going to double in the next 3 years your power bill. And we're just going to keep expanding and taking the money through the comprehensive annual financial reports, and we're going to invest it with the big banks. And that's just the way it is. Do you understand? As the arrogant head of the IMF came out and said, the good times are over. You're going to be poor now. And we want you to lose your house, Tom. We want the government. I'll never forget Nell Dewell Spears. This is a decade ago. Mike Hansen ought to find that video from our Access TV days and upload it to the web. I think it's Alex Jones confronts county tax assessor. And she says, Nell Dewell Spears, she says, we don't take houses. And then we cut to the courthouse, them selling houses, in some cases for $2,000 property tax bills they couldn't pay. And she says, we do not take homes. And then we cut to them taking the homes. And then we cut to her in commissioner's court a month before talking about all the great houses they'd taken for sale. But that's their arrogance. She's talking to an enemy, a slave enemy, and she's going to do nothing but sit there and stonewall and say no. Hey, I don't want world government. I don't want trillions going to bankers. World government doesn't exist. Bankers don't exist. I don't want a new world order. It doesn't exist. I don't want them taking people's houses. We can't pay the taxes anymore. Government's too big. We're not taking houses. We're not. Nice car, nice house, Tom. Nice kids, Tom. I'm going to cover this more in the last hour if I have time. Greg Palast is coming up. I need to go to your calls and a bunch of other news we haven't gotten to yet. We're doing a pretty good job today covering it all. But this is government-sponsored terrorism. This is psychological bullying and mafia terrorism against the people. Before we go to break, I just hope this outrages you like it outrages me, and let these scum in government know that we're aware of what they're doing and the illegal alien hordes that work for them. Before I go to break, I want to thank some of the sponsors that have made today's radio show possible. Number one is Pure Water Freedom. You talk about the best prices I found on in-home and also off the shelf and on the counter. They've got it all. PureWaterFreedom.com. If you want to affordably remove fluoride from your tap water, visit PureWaterFreedom.com. That's PureWaterFreedom.com. They have a full line of household fluoride filters. You can even remove fluoride from every water source in your home with a whole water fluoride system. They have a wide variety of filters to remove all types of toxins from your water, including shower and bath filters. All their filters are made in the USA. Check out their banners on PrisonPlanet.com or Infowars.com or go to PureWaterFreedom.com. And then I want to thank another fabulous sponsor. You cannot trust the government to take care of you. They want you dependent. They want control of your life. They want you so bankrupt that you're basically their slave. Everyone needs to get high-quality, non-GMO, non-hybrid, storable foods. They have a whole bunch of different great food lines. They make the food every month new. They're the biggest outfit in the country. I've got to tell you, there's a lot of bad folks out there selling food. eFoodsDirect.com are wonderful people. the letter E, foodsdirect.com, or give them a call. Ask for a free info brochure. 800-409-5633, 800-409-5633, or again, check them out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. You'll never stand in a bread line with the big fat government pimps over you if you have your own bread. We'll be right back with Greg Palast. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
With the implementation of Codex Alimentarius, it is clear that we must act quickly to avoid losing our freedom of choice where personal health preferences are concerned. As of January 1st, 2010, Codex Alimentarius was implemented within the European Union, resulting in the restricted sale of many natural supplements, including colloidal silver. We must take immediate steps to assure a continuing supply of colloidal silver for ourselves and our families. Act now to acquire the means of producing this beneficial supplement in the privacy of your own home. Colloidal silver is a powerful antipathogenic used for more than 200 years as a natural alternative to costly drugs and their dangerous, unpredictable side effects. Go to www.silverlungs.com for more information on how to secure your freedom of choice by producing your own colloidal silver right from home. That's www.silverlungs.com. silverlungs.com.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans, made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it, others don't.
Coming up in the next hour, I'm going to play clips from two different Obama speeches. One at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where he was extremely arrogant and made jokes about the private banking takeover of the United States. And another where he demonized the Tea Party folks who have been bipartisan, but the Republicans are trying to take it over with the Tea Party Express, and said that basically you don't criticize the government in America because the government is the people. No, it's not. It's foreign offshore banks. The same people that own Barack Obama owned George W. Bush. Now, the reason I got this fellow on is because he's written multiple books and made films on the subject. He's worked for ABC News, the BBC, the list goes on and on. Palast stories bite. They're so relevant, they threaten to alter history. Palast is exactly what a journalist is supposed to be, a truth hound, doggedly independent, undaunted by power. And remember a few years ago, they issued a Homeland Security arrest warrant for him. That was on ABC News because he went and videotaped FEMA camps where they were holding the people from Katrina right next to a chemical plant that was belching toxic waste onto them. And they said, that's global infrastructure. Under the Patriot Act, arrest him. But it blew up in their face. So, I mean, they've actually come after Greg Palast. But the main reason I got Greg Palast on today is because back in 2002, Greg Palast got IMF World Bank documents. And he came on my show and talked about them, but he reported on it at the BBC, where the IMF and others engineer the collapse of societies, get them on debt on purpose. You know, this predates, the information with economic hitmen and John Perkins. And it showed the predatory nature, how they create riots on purpose, how they jack up prices. And now they're doing the same thing to the United States. And I have the Washington Post where the head of the IMF last week said, the good times are over. That's a quote. Everything's going to go to the bankers. And in Greece, I heard them on CNN yesterday. I have the Times of London. They were framing the Greeks as bad people. They get 85% on average for their pensions they pay into through the government. You know, the Germans only get 45%. The Germans are mad. So they're phrasing it as kind of like the housing bubble. Oh, it's the people that got the loans that are bad. And then right the day after the banker bailout bill, they said, oh, we're not going to spend it on the banking bailout now. We're not going to tell you where it went. So it's the same thing here. They're saying